How can I reduce the consumption of the vmmem process? I installed Docker on Windows Home, which uses WSL2 as a backend. However, since doing this, a process called vmmem seems to be consistently consuming a lot of computational resources. I ran docker stop $docker psac to kill all running containers. There were 12, oops, which has improved the issue significantly. However, even after closing Docker down, vmmem is still taking 1.5 to 2 GB of RAM and 20% CPU. Since there are no longer any containers running, shouldn't the resource consumption of vmmem be minimal? How can I reduce the consumption of the vmmem process?
Dan Yobi is on the money. To turn off vmmem, simply go into PowerShell or whatever terminal you like to use under admin rights and enter the command WSL shutdown when you're done with playing in WSL 1/2.
I edit the WSL config to limit the memory usage as mentioned here. Set the values you want for CPU core and memory.
vmmem, even after Docker has shut down, will run for a few seconds up to 1 minute before completely shutting off. So try shutting down your containers and Docker, and it should disappear soon enough. The accepted answer talks about shutting down WSL, the Windows subsystem for Linux, which makes sense if you actually open and install the distro, but since you mentioned about Docker, I'm guessing your vmmem is just showing the usage of Docker containers only. Here's a nice explanation from a trustworthy individual. This URL. Edit. Considering the main question was about how to reduce the consumption of RAM, and since you're using Docker, take a look at Docker resource contracts. More specifically, the memory equals 2 grams parameter. You can limit the RAM a container will use, and in turn vmmem itself will use less RAM as well.
Restart WSL2 by running the following command in PowerShell. Right-click and run in administrator mode.
If you want to support the channel,